What an interesting concept. Thinking about building a transition strategy together. Wow, that's what we do with this concept of transition 3.0. So you're moving from doing it for them to doing it with them. There are a lot of benefits in doing it together, not to mention that you get to know your kids better, you get to know your family better, you get to spend time together, and you also get to transition knowledge and background and stories and experience. It's just a wonderful opportunity to design and build a transition strategy together. So Transition 1.0 and Transition 2.0, those are built on a one-way flow of information, typically where the owner decides and everybody else reacts. Kind of an interesting concept. And, that is foundationally an older leadership style where the owner decides and everyone else reacts. In today's world, there's so much more collaboration, and our younger generations are really appreciating that collaboration. They love being included and they love being a part of what's going on. So the owner deciding and everybody else reacting, that foundationally, we believe, contributes to the failure of some of these transition strategies really working. And the statistics are terrible, but we're beating those statistics 3 times, actually. So we're 3 times more successful than the normal statistics out there. The funny thing is, people don't resist the plan that the owner develops. They resist not being heard, feeling left out. I can't tell you how many people I've heard say after their parents are gone or the leader of the business is gone, they go, I wish I knew why he or she made this decision. I wonder why they did it this way. And the parents never told them. They never had that opportunity. So Transition 3.0 changes the entire dynamic. It shifts the process from here's what's happening and this is what you're going to need to do to let's build it together so it works for everyone who has to live with it and support it, right? That idea of building it together. It's not group decision making. That is not what this is. You're not going to get, put into a hole where you have to go down that hole and no other. It's not group decision making. This is what we would talk about as structured leadership. So the owner still leads, but the process is transparent, collaborative, and it's grounded in a shared understanding. So the owner is leading not in a vacuum, but they're leading with information. And it's really fun when a parent starts to understand what it is their children want or their employees want, and they start to understand how the decisions that they're making on these assets can actually support their children in the lives that they want to lead, not in the lives that the parent says they're going to lead, but in the lives that they want to lead. It's a beautiful thing. So this is where alignment shows up. It's where clarity replaces the assumptions. And it's where transitions stop feeling like threats in a way or directives. And they start to feel like opportunities for everyone, opportunities for the family, opportunities for the business. So here's a big what owners worry about, the things like this. So quotes like, if I bring them into the process, won't that create expectations? Maybe. Won't it weaken my authority? And what happens if it creates entitlement? What happens then? So what really happens is it strengthens everything if you bring them in. You have the opportunity to talk to them about why they're not entitled and what it really means to have this business that produces money, or what it really means and what expectations should they have? What are real expectations, instead of leaving it to chance that they figure it out later on when they hear the plan after you're not here. So this process actually strengthens things. And so it helps people support what they're shaping. So people technically like to support what they have input into and what they build together. When successors understand the thinking behind the decisions, typically they've been heard, they stop fighting over the decision. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand it. Let's go that direction. And if they don't want to go that direction, they know it, you know it, and they can make a choice. That's okay too. Not everybody has to go down the same road. They're still a part of the family. They don't have to be a part of the family business and the family business community if they choose not to, or maybe they don't need it. They can see how roles are defined and stop maybe comparing themselves to siblings or other people. And when the owner is open about their intentions, the emotional pressure goes down. What's dad thinking? What's mom thinking? Is it going to be fair? Am I going to be included? Am I not going to be included? All of these things that are pressure items, they disappear. And the successors, man, when they understand timing, they stop making up their own stories, and their sense of urgency becomes a roadmap forward to earn and to get the skills and get the knowledge that they need to get to where they want to be in the specific time, versus just, again, going back to the entitlement. Hey, no matter what I'm going to do, no matter what I do, no matter what I learn, I'm going to end up with this business. It's going to be mine. That's entitlement. So this involvement does not mean entitlement. Involvement typically does not create entitlement. It typically squelches, right? Reduces the entitlement. What this does is it creates maturity, clarity, and commitment. So this transition 3.0 turns the next generation from passive recipients into active stewards of the future. And that's why we think it works. So I would like to invite you to come in and look at our Evolve program that really enables this Transition 3.0 to happen. Transition 3.0 doesn't happen by accident. It happens with structure, communication and conversations, clear frameworks, and truly a roadmap that not only the owner knows what they want, but everyone else has input into and everyone can follow. So in Evolve, step-by-step process to bring the right people into the conversation, tools that reveal motivations, expectations, fears, and strengths. And you get a shared language that everybody can understand the why behind your decisions and what you're trying to accomplish in your transition when you're ready to leave, which could be 5, 10, even 15 years from now. But you start early because you've got a lot of mentoring to do. The question becomes, if you want a transition that people believe in and support, one that strengthens your leadership instead of eroding it, what's your plan to build it? And how are you going to build it with the people that matter, the people that are going to need to live with this and take it forward in their lives? Evolve is here for you to explore and to learn how to do this with a community, with both generations being heard, with both generations working together. And the thing that I love about Evolve is it helps you not to miss out on the fun with your family. I can't tell you how many families have come through here where they weren't sure if they were going to be able to talk to and work with their kids. And just the fun that we've had and seen with them engaging together and working on this business, even when the transaction was years and years and years away. So I invite you to come, take a look, talk to us, and see if this program's right for you.